Welcome back, everyone. This is another Play Canvas tutorial, and in this one I'm going to show you how to get started. Okay, so once you've created an account and you've logged in, you're going to come to this home screen here, and you can see the home tab right here. Most of the time you're going to come here to the projects tab. You'll then see all of the games and projects that you've already made. So you can create a project by coming down here, or you can come up here where it says new. So you've got some blank starters here, only 3 right now. We're going to go ahead and choose blank project. You'll see it gets a little check next to it telling you you've selected it. And then you're going to go ahead and choose a, type in a name. So let's just go ahead and call this Getting Started. You can enter in a description, and then you're going to choose public because private games are going to be, you have to pay for those. So I'll click on create. All right, so now you're inside your game, and you would see a preview here, but there's nothing in the game. And then it goes ahead and it shows you the basic process. We're going to go ahead and click on the editor button, as that's the only thing you can do once you've started. So now a new tab opens up, and the very first thing you see is a welcome screen. And this is where you see all of the scenes or levels that your game has. Right now, you only have an untitled scene, and you only have one of them. But you can add a new scene here if you want to. For now, we're only going to deal with one scene for a while. So click on Untitled, and there you are. You're in your basic scene. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and learn to name our scenes so they're not called Untitled, and then we'll navigate around. So up here in the middle here, you'll see where it says Untitled. And if you click on that, you'll see that over here on the right-hand side, it says Scene Name Untitled. And you can go ahead and select that, and you can rename this. And I'll just go ahead and call this Level 1. There you go. Press Return. And you'll see now this new scene is called Level 1. So now we're going to take a look at the Play Canvas interface, all these panels that you see around here and where everything is. So let's start in the center here. This is basically where you're going to build your world or your scene or your project. So this is where you'll be doing most of your time. Over here on the left-hand side, you'll see it says hierarchy, and this is where you'll be building your scene, and you'll get to see all of your objects and things like that. Play Canvas calls them entities, and entities really just means things. And so you'll see over here that I've got a camera entity, and if you select it, it becomes highlighted, and you see your screen change and update, and you'll see we get a nice camera view of what the camera is doing. Also notice that when you click on an entity, like this light that I have selected here, over here on the right-hand side, you'll see a whole bunch of settings change. And so you'll see that it says that you've got an entity selected, and then you'll see that you've got some settings over here that you can change as well, properties, colors, all that different kind of stuff there. And I've got 2 object entities. I've got a box, and I've got a ground plane. So this is basically similar to any 3D program like Clara, where it shows you everything in your scene. Also over here on the left-hand side, you'll see that we've got some various tools and functions and things like that over here that will help you navigate around inside Play Canvas. Okay, so over here on the right-hand side, when you have an entity selected, you can change some of the properties about your entity. So that's really helpful, like its position, its rotation, its scale. And if it's an object like the plane or the box, you can then go ahead and change. This is where you do things like colors and materials and things like that. Up here in the top right-hand corner, probably the most important button here is the play button, and that's how you go ahead and test out your game, even if it's something simple like this. And last but not least, down here at the bottom, this is where you're going to see your assets. And assets are anything that you bring into your game to make it better. So that's going to be things like images and textures, and you make materials to apply to your objects, and create scripts so that your objects can then go ahead and interact and move around. All right, so that is it for now. In the next video, we'll go ahead and learn how to navigate in 3D. I will see you there. Thanks, everyone.